Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you more in depth on how you can become an influencer and micro influencer, and also we're going to be talking about a little bit more about content creation and how to become actually a content creator as well. If you haven't watched how to become Instagram famous in 2022, I recommend you to go to my channel and check out that video because I actually talk about some influencer tips and also how to get started with your Instagram account. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start the video. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that you guys already know what an influencer and micro influencer means, but I'm gonna actually explain you and giving you a little bit of background in case you don't know. So if you're an influencer, basically it means that you're promoting products in exchange for either payment or for commissions from a brand or just for the exchange of the product. What you have to do is basically promote the product in your page. Now an influencer has like a big platform, like, you know, tons of followers, and that literally is gonna make sales to this brand or small business. And micro influencer is just like you have less than 10,000 followers, you have a small community, but you're still doing the same thing as an influencer. A content creator, however, you don't have to have a platform. Literally, you only need to have experience in social media and creating content, and then you can just reach out by yourself to brands and pitch yourself to them and let them know that you can create content for them in exchange for payment. In this case, they can send you the product and pay you just like an influencer. But the thing is that as a content creator, you're not gonna post nothing because you don't need social media, you don't need an Instagram, you don't need a TikTok. You only need to record the video and send it to the brand. Now that we know what an influencer, micro influencer is, I'm gonna go ahead and explain you how you can get started. If you want to become an influencer, you most likely already have an Instagram account and you already have some followers. Now, it's not necessarily, like, listen to me, this is really important. A lot of people think that you need to have at least 10,000 followers in order for you to become an influencer or a micro influencer. No, you don't need to. You can have 1,000 followers to become an influencer. Like, you can get free products and money if you have 1,000 followers on Instagram. If you have already an Instagram account and you have at least 1,000 followers that are active, that, you know, you're getting at least 200 likes per post and are getting at least like 300 views in your stories, you are good to go. You already have your Instagram account, you have the 1,000 followers. So you're gonna be like, Valeria, how am I gonna do this? Like, I don't know where to get started. Okay, here are the tips that I'm about to explain you. The tip number one will be for you to have a clear understanding what you want to do. Your first thing will be find your niche. Now what does this mean, Valeria? Like, what do you mean by this? There's so many type of influencers out there that are literally like creating fashion content, and then there's this nutrition type of content. There's two different, right? And you're gonna be like, I don't like neither of those. Like, I don't know how to dress up, I don't know how to do nutrition. But you're really in love with makeup. You're like, oh my gosh, I can do any type of makeup. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can teach this. Yes, you can go ahead and start changing your page into beauty, and once you do that, you can like be doing everyday makeup. Like, you can post on reels on like your makeup, you can do like eye makeup, literally anything. So once you get that, you're gonna start posting content on your Instagram. Now the second thing, now you have chosen already your niche. You're like, okay, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do fashion. Do your research, go follow some influencers, go follow other content creators that do the same type of content. And don't get me wrong, don't copy them. Don't go and be like, oh, she posted this, let me post the same. No, just because it performed well for her, it might not perform well for you. So make sure that you do get inspiration. Yes, that's completely fine, but you don't really do the same thing as her. Be unique. This is the third tip. The third tip will be to be really transparent with your audience. You know, your content does better when you're really transparent to your audience, when they know who you actually are and that you really enjoy the products. That's most likely, like, people will be like, oh my gosh, you know, she actually loves skincare and she does teach really good tips. I'm gonna follow her. So if, you know, you do this kind of things, people are most likely are gonna be following you for this. Some people actually follow you because you're hilarious, because of the type of attitude that you have. So make sure to be really transparent with your audience. Make sure to not be fake. You know, I'm pretty sure you have always judged this type of fake influencers that you have seen. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I tried this, and they haven't even opened it. Yes. So make sure that you actually actually love what what you want to do, make sure that you're actually interested in becoming an influencer, because it is a job. A lot of people think it's just like, oh, it's a hobby. It's not. It's an actual job, and you can make money with this. Now that you know that you need to choose your niche, create some content, get some inspiration, be transparent, let's actually get started with how you can become an influencer. So now that you already know what you want to do, you're gonna create content. You're gonna grab your camera, your phone, whatever you have, and start recording those inspiration videos or pictures that you saw. You're gonna start posting. And a lot of people think that you are supposed to post like once a week. No, you should be posting every day in the reel section and in feed post, also stories. So yes, so make sure that when you do create content, you actually create content for like a week. Because when I go take pictures, I don't go take pictures for one post. I go take pictures with like 6 outfits. So if you're doing beauty, let's put that example, let's walk through this video with the beauty, niche. You're gonna go ahead, create makeup looks, and every time you create makeup looks, make sure to take pictures, make sure to take videos with that makeup look. Literally don't waste any moment that you do your makeup to create content with it. Now that you have created content, you're gonna go ahead and post in the reel section at least every day. You can either post 3 to 5 reels a week, but make sure to be posting in feed post every day. Like every day. If you're trying to grow, make sure that you're posting every day and that you are interacting in the app every day, because a lot of people are trying to grow but they only post like twice a week. It does not work like that. When I got started, I actually posted every day, like every day, and sometimes I will post twice a day. It sounds crazy, but if you actually have this goal of growing, you need to put effort into it. A lot of people don't like to hear this, but if you have the goal, you need to work for it. So yeah, like I said, I will post every day around 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will post 1 reel a day, and I will post around 3 to 4 stories. So if you're trying to grow, make sure that you do this, that you need to post. Now with hashtags, Instagram has been saying like, oh well, now you have to post 5 hashtags. Don't do that. Like, I seriously don't do that. I feel like they are just not giving you the right tips, because I still use 15 to 25 hashtags and I still get a lot of impressions. So if you want to use the 5 hashtags, go ahead, but I totally don't recommend it. I feel like you can still use 15 to 20 hashtags if you want to. So with hashtags, make sure that you use hashtags that relate to your niche. Like, please do not be putting like something that has nothing to do with your profile or with the content that you are creating, because a lot of people are like doing fashion and they're putting skincare stuff. Like, no, it doesn't go like that. If you are doing fashion, put fashion hashtags. Now a lot of people say like, okay, so what about the hashtags? Like, what kind of hashtags should I put? Like, what about the numbers that have been used? A lot of people be like, if the hashtag has been used over like 1 billion times, don't use it. And I agree with that. Make sure that maybe has less than 100 million used. Like, I feel like that's a right thing, because that's the ones that I use and they still work. But if you want to, you can use hashtags and find them that are less than like 1 million, used. Like, you can go ahead and find those hashtags, but I feel like a lot of hashtags have been used like a lot, so there's no point in finding them. But if you want to, you can find hashtags that are like not really well known and hashtags that are not like used, Now you are posting every day, but you see no growth. Oh my god, I have been active, I don't see growth. I go live, I do this, and no growth. Here's the thing. You're probably either not growing because you're actually just posting content that people are not interested in. This is what it comes when transparency. If you ask your audience and you're like, guys, like, what kind of content you want to watch, you are asking them and they're gonna be honest with you and like tell you, okay, so they already know what you do, they already know that you're beauty. Like I said, we're gonna be using the beauty example, so they're gonna be like, okay, so if she does beauty, what if you do like a makeup routine? What if you do this kind of makeup look? What if you do this inspiration look from whatever celebrity? So they're gonna give you ideas, and make sure to use those ideas, because if they are, you know, suggesting them, it's because they're most likely going to watch it or like it in case you post it. So if you're just posting stuff by crazy and you don't actually have a strategy for it, I feel like you're not gonna grow. When I got started, my strategy was to be posting every day, like I said, and be interacting with my account and other accounts 20 minutes before and 20 minutes after. Now, like I mentioned before, this video right here, I posted it 4 days ago, and I go in depth about this kind of tip. Now that you know you have already checked your account and you have already been posting, you need to give it time. Please don't be like, oh my gosh, I haven't gained 1,000 followers in a week. No, it's not gonna work like that. If you actually want to grow, it will, you know, take some time. Like, give it months. First of all, you are just starting up, you're starting with a new strategy, and in case it does not work, you know, you're gonna try another one until it works. So please don't give up, you know, on the first strategy that you find just because you didn't gain 2,000 followers in like 2 months. No, you can either like gain like 300 to 500, you know, in 2 months. It's not necessarily that you have to grow like 1,000. So in my case, the Reel kind of thing just started up. It was on April last year. The Reels came in and I was just like, okay, this is a new feature on Instagram, let me just go ahead and try it. My videos did really well in there. So what I started to do was just post Reels, and through the Reels section I gained a lot of impressions and a lot of followers. So I feel like the Reels section is a really important way that you should be looking at, instead of more like a post. So if you actually want to grow, you should be, you know, focusing more into the Reels section, because Reels literally takes so much to grow. Yes, it takes them for get views, yes, but it depends the type of content that you're creating. Now, my videos performed really well because it was something that really related to people. A lot of people related to it, and of course it did well. It's the same thing for TikTok. If you post something that people will relate to, they will follow you and like your content and be up to you, waiting for you until you post. Like I was saying, in case that you are trying this new strategy and you're just starting off with the influencer stuff, make sure that you give it time. You need at least like 5 months, you know, to give this time. If you really want to, you can just wait 2 months and see if the strategy worked or not. If it did not work, you're gonna go ahead and try a new one and find a way or another type of content that you really enjoy and that is easier for you, or that you think that the audience will be, you know, enjoying better, and you're gonna post that. You are not giving up, because it happened to me. The first stuff that I started posting, it did not do well. My videos were not getting 1 million views. Yes, one of them did get 1 million views, but did all of them get them? No. Did I think I was doing bad? Or I was like, majority of my videos are getting 1 million views. Why is this one not doing good? Well, maybe this one just did not perform well, or I did not post it in the right time. So don't think that your content is not good enough and that's why it did not, you know, get views. Put in your, you know, in your mind that you're doing a really great job, and it was just maybe the timing or maybe the lighting that, you know, did not actually help the video perform better than the ones that they, you know, that they did. Okay, now let's say in this case that you did grow, that you're starting to see that you're growing, you're starting to see getting views in those Reels and getting some likes in those posts. You're gonna be like, how do I get the free stuff? So I had 4,000 followers and I didn't know that I could actually work with huge brands. I was just scared that, you know, emailing a brand that was verified on Instagram was gonna answer me, a person that only had 4,000 followers. You know, like, how, you know, this brand is gonna reach out to me, or like, how is this brand gonna care about me? I had this mindset, and I'm telling you that I had 4,000 followers, and I feel like I could have made it so much money, and I could have got so many free products with those 4,000 followers. However, my mindset was just like, brands are not gonna reach out to me, and I am not reaching out to them because I'm scared. So please don't. I am begging you to please don't put yourself into this mindset. This afternoon, I finally was just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna still send the email even if they don't freaking answer. I don't care. I am not. So I went and I emailed a small business. I started working with small businesses first. So I did my research on Instagram search with the hashtag small business. I found small businesses that I was actually really interested in, and I DM'd them and I told them that if they could send a product, I could, you know, promote their small business on my page, and I could do an Instagram post in exchange for product. So I do remember that I got one, and there were earrings. So that's how I started. I started building, you know, my confidence and kind of like getting to know, do I actually like this? Do I like to work for brands? Do I really enjoy the products or not? Or should I just, you know, keep posting and not work with brands? So I did like it. I enjoyed it. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going. So I kept going, and most likely I would just DM small businesses until this morning I woke up and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and email brands at this point. But at this point I already had 9,000 followers. So yes, I did keep growing, for sure I did, but it was just working with small businesses. You can do the same and, you know, kind of build out that confidence with most businesses. But if you want to and you have 1,000 followers and you want to work with brands, I am not telling you, I'm not stopping you, go ahead and do it. Like, I am encouraging you to please reach out to brands, and don't be scared, because most likely they're gonna say yes. So I reached out to Runway. Runway was my first collab, like a huge collab. So I reached out Runway by DM, and I basically told them the same thing that I would tell small businesses, that I was up to promote, you know, their brand on my page. So they were like, yes, we are really interested in your, you know, profile, and please email this person. So they sent me the email, and I went ahead and grabbed the same message and I sent it to that email. And the person that actually answered the email was really sweet. She was really sweet. She told me that they really liked my analytics, that my, you know, my content was doing really good, and that they were really interested in my page. So they told me to choose, I think, 4 products from their website, and completely for free. So like within 2 weeks I got my package, I recorded my video, and I did some posts, and they really like it, so I kept working with them. So that was literally a whole like, what did just happen? So if you think, you know, that I did this with 9,000 followers, why wouldn't you think that you can do it with 1,000? So I have seen so many influencers now on TikTok that they're working with NARS, you know, the beauty company, and they only have 1,000 to 2,000 followers, and they're getting paid, and they're getting huge tons of free products from them. So don't just look at them and be like, oh my god, I wish, man, I could be like them. No, you gotta put your mindset into, yes, I am gonna be like them, and start growing. So yeah, don't. And also, if a brand tells you no, we're not interested, or you don't have enough followers, literally, because yes, I remember I wanted to work with this brand. I think it was Dorm. They had really cute, you know, decorations for their room, and they had this LED light just coming out, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm really interested, like I really want to try this, and I really want to promote this. So I reached out to them, and they were like, you don't have enough likes in your post for us to send you something. And I was just like, so yeah, don't let a brand tell you what your profile should look like, because at the end, those brands are literally paying fake influencers, you know, to do some post. So please, 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 don't feel like you're not enough. Don't feel like you're, just because you're not getting enough likes, it's not good content. Brand at this point are not interested how many followers you have and how many likes you get in your post. Some of them are, but most of them are not. They're interested in the type of content, the quality of that content. If you're posting videos that will actually blow up, or videos that have good lighting, or that you're really, you know, well into speaking. So like I explained with my own experience, if you now have 1,000 followers, what you need to do is just a shift. Basically, just start posting content that you enjoy. Like I said, beauty, if you like beauty, start posting beauty content, beauty reels, beauty posts, beauty stories. Start posting, be super transparent to your audience. Make sure to always be active with them. Make sure to always be active on the app, and also go ahead and help other influencers, and I'm pretty sure that there's support back. So with this all being it for today's video, I hope you got an idea how you can actually start being an influencer. And if you still have any questions, you can leave them below. I will go try and answer them. My upcoming video will be about how you can get collaborations and how to get started like into the collaboration section with brands. I'm gonna give some examples and I'm gonna share my template, so make sure to subscribe and to check it out, you know, next week.